Alcohol and longevity is a topic that often sparks debate, yet the emerging research paints a surprisingly hopeful picture when moderation is the guiding principle. While excessive drinking clearly shortens life and increases the risk of a wide range of diseases, light to moderate alcohol consumption, particularly in the form of red wine, has been consistently associated with certain health benefits that may support both longevity and quality of life. This delicate balance reveals an encouraging truth. Alcohol does not have to be an enemy of health if it is enjoyed thoughtfully and responsibly, woven into a lifestyle that values balance, community, and nourishment. In fact, in some of the world's longest living regions, such as Sardinia and Icaria, moderate wine drinking is part of the daily rhythm, often accompanied by meals, conversation, and laughter. This suggests that alcohol, when integrated into a lifestyle of wholesome eating and social connection, may contribute to longevity not only through biological effects but also through cultural and emotional ones. The most frequently cited health benefit of moderate wine consumption is its protective effect on the cardiovascular system. Red wine, in particular, contains polyphenols such as resveratrol and flavonoids, compounds that have powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. These molecules help improve the flexibility of blood vessels, reduce the oxidation of LDL cholesterol, and support healthy circulation, all of which lower the risk of heart disease and stroke. In populations where moderate wine drinking is common, rates of cardiovascular disease tend to be lower, suggesting that the combination of these natural compounds with the practice of drinking in moderation may create a protective synergy. This is not to say that wine is essential for heart health. Many other foods provide similar benefits, but it does demonstrate that enjoying a glass with dinner can be part of a longevity-friendly lifestyle. Equally inspiring is the way moderate alcohol consumption can enhance social bonds, which themselves are strongly linked to long life. Sharing a drink with friends or family often creates moments of relaxation, warmth, and connection. In many cultures, wine is not consumed in isolation but as part of meals that stretch into conversation and laughter, strengthening the sense of belonging and joy. Since strong social networks are one of the most consistent predictors of longevity, this cultural aspect of alcohol consumption may be just as important as the biological one. A moderate glass of wine becomes less about the alcohol itself and more about the ritual of gathering, celebrating, and feeling part of a community, all of which nourish emotional well-being. Another hopeful aspect is the growing body of evidence suggesting that low to moderate alcohol consumption may reduce the risk of certain age-related conditions beyond heart disease, including type 2 diabetes and even some forms of cognitive decline. While the mechanisms are still being studied, it appears that modest amounts of alcohol may help improve insulin sensitivity and promote cerebral blood flow, supporting both metabolic and brain health. This does not mean alcohol should be viewed as medicine, but it does reinforce the idea that in moderation, it can play a role in supporting healthy aging. The positive message here is not an endorsement of drinking for everyone. Certain people, such as those with a history of alcohol dependency or specific health conditions, may be better off avoiding it altogether. But for many, moderate consumption can be not only safe but potentially beneficial, especially when combined with a balanced diet, regular activity, good sleep, and stress management. The key is moderation. 1 glass a day for women and up to 2 for men, often with meals, is the level most often associated with benefits in the research. Beyond those limits, the risks quickly outweigh the rewards. What makes this conversation about alcohol and longevity especially uplifting is that it emphasizes enjoyment as part of a healthy life. Too often, health advice is framed around strict avoidance, but longevity science increasingly shows that balance, pleasure, and cultural traditions also matter. A glass of red wine shared with friends, paired with fresh food, and savored slowly can embody this balance, providing not just antioxidants, but also joy. It demonstrates that longevity is not simply about rigid control, but about creating a life that is rich, harmonious, and deeply satisfying. The broader lesson is that longevity does not require perfection. It allows room for small pleasures when they are enjoyed in moderation and in context with healthy habits. Alcohol, when approached responsibly, can be one of those pleasures, adding a touch of celebration to life, while also, in its own way, supporting the systems that help us live longer. It is a reminder that the science of longevity is not just about years added, but about making those years full of connection, enjoyment, and vitality.